The last thing that I really wanted to talk about today is abortion, miscarriages, D&Cs. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because it's a huge topic in our world today, a huge controversy. And I just kind of wanted to put my experience out there because when you're raped and sexually abused, there's a lot that kind of goes with that, the possibility of pregnancy. And I just wanted to kind of gently put out there my feelings about abortion, and also the way that we treat miscarriages in our society. I was pregnant between my two daughters for about 8 weeks and started to show the signs of a miscarriage. It was very painful, just like I was in labor with my other kids. And it was also very painful emotionally because I was losing a child, and I wondered if it was my fault. I was so afraid of seeing the little body of my child in the toilet. I didn't know what I would do at that point. It just broke my heart. So I ended up going to the doctor, and the doctor told me that I could pass the baby naturally, or I could get this D&C, which is basically what they use for abortions. And I was told that the D&C would be painful, but it would only last a couple of minutes and it would be over. And then the nurse came in after the doctor left, and she's like, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell you straight out, this is really, really painful, but it will only last a couple of minutes. So I was like, okay, I can do this, for a couple of minutes, because I didn't want to see my baby. And that couple of minutes was some of the worst pain that I had ever experienced. I've been through a lot of pain. And I don't know if it's because of the C-section that I had like not even a year previous. But I sat on that table and I sobbed and sobbed and sobbed and sobbed. And I couldn't stop it. And my husband just held me as I cried. And then we move on and we put those feelings aside. Keep going for the rest of our children, not realizing how much of an impact that has on you. I continued to have lots of problems like endometriosis and really, really difficult cramps. Lots of sadness, grief. But it's not something that's talked about very much. It's not, for some reason, at the same level as losing a child that went full term. Then someone that is close to me had an abortion when she got pregnant, and didn't want the pregnancy, and I watched it change her. You can't go through a situation like that without it leaving a mark on you, a painful mark. Then, as I started to do the work with facilitators, with the plant medicines, with psilocybin, I started to become very aware of how much the death of my child in my womb was still there, just hanging on to my tissues, and that my uterus was sad and grieving this loss. And every single time I closed my eyes going into this, I would see dead babies and all this sadness and all this pain, all this grief would come out. And I just realized how much I had been hanging on to and how much it affected me, even that I had made that decision. I guess I kind of lost respect for myself, that I didn't give birth to that little body and bury it, but just let it get sucked up in a vacuum. And I just wanted to share that with you in case it helps you with your grieving process, or if it helps you make decisions for the future. Thank you.